Back at it, day 2, full team reports. Hasan, Luke Inman, zonecoverage.com. Let's just start with a quick takeaway. What really jumped out at you, Reef, today when you really start to think about, okay, pads are coming on tomorrow, and we're start to really kick into full gear here?
Yeah, I want to see how, we've gotten a lot of buzz from some people. Some of it we've generated, right?
That's right.
But we want to talk about Holton Hill. Xavier Rhodes had a lot of good things to say about him. We want to see how Brandon Zylstra's doing. But, you see these rookies, they come in, they do well in unpadded practices, and then the pads come on. Mm-hmm. Some of them kind of shut down. Some of them, it's a signal to turn on.
That's right.
And so those are kind of the two players that I want to take a look at today, especially Holton Hill. He had a great day today.
It seems like the deepest secondary I've been around, top to bottom.
Seems like,
when you look at the big three, obviously Rhodes, Trey Waynes, Mac Alexander, 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick. Then you get into another first-round pick, a rookie Mike Hughes who's going to walk by us here in a second, and then the Holton Hills, the Marcus Sherrills, Horace Richardson. There's a lot of guys. Terrence Newman's in the mix. There he is right there. I think that, when you look at that and then the secondary at safety, is this the deepest secondary you've seen in the league? Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars up there?
Right, yeah. It might be. I mean, I'd be hard-pressed to name a deeper secondary just in terms of how far down you can go and still kind of maintain that level of play the Vikings are known for on defense. And that's incredible news. The Vikings have been looking for a deep secondary for so long.
That's right.
I think we've finally kind of gotten to that point where they can finally feel comfortable with it.
In a pass-happy league, you just can't have enough good cover corners when teams are spreading them out 3, 4, 5 wide of really good receivers out in this league. So if that's the clear strength, is offensive line the one thing that we're still kind of trying to figure out before they put the pads on tomorrow and have some question marks about? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. And we saw a couple more question marks, I think, emerge today. We saw, Rashad Hill had to walk off the field again.
That's right. Pat Elflein still.
Yeah, Pat Elflein's still a little bit hurt, although he'll probably come back pretty soon. Hill came back, did some reps of the ones, and then had to take a rest. It sounds like he's, genuinely sick. It doesn't look like it's a conditioning thing, which is good. But, we saw, I think, Brian O'Neill take his spot there. And an already thin offensive line, it kind of brings home how thin it can really get, especially because this offensive line against this defensive line,
that's right.
It's not really holding up. And, from a technique perspective, there's a lot to work on. The offensive line coaches have a lot that they need to do.
No doubt. Talk to me about this, before we get into tomorrow and when they put the pads on. Who's just a winner today? A couple splash plays during the 11-on-11. Who stuck out to you, or I saw you watching on the sideline over there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to bring up Holton Hill again. He did some really good stuff.
It's easy to bring him up.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, and it's not just because, his name came up, Xavier Rhodes talked about him. It's not just because, he was a potentially draftable guy. He's genuinely looked, really good out there. But, Mike Boone, I think, has done a really good job, cracking open on routes. He's done a really good job to frustrate a lot of the linebackers. I saw a lot of linebackers kind of just, curse in frustration after Mike Boone's, broken open against them. And he's been able to receive a lot of the targets, which I think is really important. If the quarterbacks out here start trusting you with targets, that says something about not only your ability to get open, but your ability to kind of secure the catch once that happens.
Hasan, Luke Inman, that's the 2-minute drill. We'll be back tomorrow with Sam Ekstrom. Check out all our work on zonecoverage.com.